All right, boys, come on. These are the sorts of nights that we live for. Away from home, at the San Siro, in a Champions League must-win game. Yes, Harry, I know a score draw is technically good enough, but no one grows up dreaming of a score draw, do they? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to our English Players Only Manchester United. Today it is Season 2, Episode 5, and we have a chance to top our Champions League group. What we're going to do is either show both, we're going to obviously show the Milan game first up. Now, if we win that, we'll have the head-to-head having drawn 0-0 at Old Trafford, and they're obviously 3 points ahead. They won't be able to overtake us, so we'll show Southampton in the Premier League. If we only manage to draw or even lose the game, then we'll show Rangers in the final group game and hope for a favour from Porto to make sure we get across the line. So that's the plan. Now, you haven't actually missed anything. We've come straight back from last episode. I don't want this to drag out too long, but of course, it's the Winter World Cup year. And Champions League as well. There's just a lot happening in a very short space of time. So there's not really anything to catch you up on. So I suppose we just get straight. Oh, well, let's have a quick recap of how we're doing as a club. Maybe we do that. We don't need to see that because nothing's changed. The board are quite happy with us. B-. They're happy with our wins. Everything's on track. And it's all looking very, very nice indeed. In terms of the dynamics of the dressing room, for the most part, everything's fine. It's still just Lewis Cook that's annoyed, but he can leave whenever he's ready. The hierarchy and with the support, Kane, Maguire and Rashford are our team leaders, and again, it's all looking fairly positive there. And we did this the other day, so we don't need to go into it too much, I suppose. And in terms of the medical centre, now despite the hectic fixture schedule, you can see we're doing a decent job. There's only really the two, Short Tire and Rashford, that are fatigued from the tactical intensity and just general match load. So the constant rotation. It is paying dividends for us. And None, he is back 2 to 4 weeks. So after the Winter World Cup, yeah, I don't think he'll be back beforehand. Certainly not. I don't think we'll play him beforehand. We'll give him that to recover. But he will be back after the Winter World Cup, and I'm very, very excited to get him back. We just got a little tease, didn't we, in the Charity Shield where he scored on debut and then got injured. So, yeah, he will be back sooner rather than later. But let's have a look at this AC Milan tie here. Let's have a look here. Expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. We drew 0-0 at our place, playing sort of the second string, but we're going full strength for this one. So Henderson in goal, Shaw, Tomori, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka. Rice, Ward-Prowse, and Mattis. What a free kick from Ward-Prowse on the weekend, by the way. Greenwood and Edwards, with Kane going up top. Bench of Green, Holgate, Thomas, Garner, Bellingham, Sancho, and Rashford. It's pretty much, I'd say, the strongest team we can field. Let's see if it's good enough. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Stefano Pioli is their manager. Mike, I don't recognize. Is he American? I don't recognize. I recognize the name, but I don't know where I recognize. Bruno Fernandes, of course, who we sold to AC Milan last summer. We're on a good run. Let's see what we can do to keep it going. I think we can just about get on board with that. We've motivated a few people, which is good. Now, a score draw in this one will be okay, as long as we then go and win our final game at home to Rangers, which you would imagine we'd be able to do. But of course, we only drew in Glasgow, didn't we? So that's not a given either. And Tomori, of course, we signed him from AC Milan, so he's coming back to his old club. Though he didn't play that many games for them, obviously. But yeah, a score draw would give us, because it was 0-0 at Old Trafford, it would give us the head-to-head over Milan. But there'd still be, as I say, a lot to play for in that last game. We'd have to get the result against Rangers. But you'd hope, anyway, we would be able to do that. And particularly, we would put out our strongest team again against Rangers if that's what we needed to do. Our games in the league in between Southampton, as I say, is in between the two Champions League games, and then it's Norwich. So we have two, let's say, softer fixtures that I would think our second 11 would be strong enough to win. Because let's not forget, our second 11 includes players such as Bellingham, Rashford, Jadon Sancho. Like, it's not a bad side at all. So you'd like to think we'd be okay. But Wan-Bissaka's been beaten there, and Henderson makes the big save for us. And early warning signs that, well, we just need to be a little bit careful here. Ward-Prowse on a booking as well isn't ideal. And well, let's see what we can do with this. It looks like they're attacking through the middle. What have we got here? A throw-in deep in their half. Can we win this back? Put pressure on, and we can with Declan Rice. Ball forward for Harry Kane. Can he turn? Shoot! He can! And Harry Kane gives us the lead in Milan, and it's 1-0 to Manchester United. It was an error on their throw. It's one of those that you just want to rip your hair out if it happens to your team. They've thrown it straight to Declan Rice, and well, he just had to feed Harry Kane and twists, turns, bends it in. It's a wonderful finish from Harry Kane, isn't it? And it's 1-0. All right, can we play properly now and defend properly and just see this out? We've got our goal as well, so a draw at this point will be enough to get us above them. If we hold on to the result, it will guarantee us top of the group. And that is half-time. So not a classic, but we've had a few games against AC Milan, and they never really do seem to be classics. It's always a tight, tense affair. What do we want to say now? Where's the don't get complacent? Don't get complacent. There it is there. Pump our fists. Go out there and prove it. That I have faith in them. Is that what it is? They can make the difference. Ward-Prowse not having a great game. I end on a booking. I'm very tempted to take him off. Let's try demand more. I think I will. The last thing we need... Let's get Bellingham on. The last thing we need is to go down to 10 men. That will make life difficult for us. And Greenwood's not having a great game, so let's get Sancho on for him. And Edwards has done well there to win the ball off Bruno Fernandes. There's a nice pass forward as well. Bellingham's in. Can Bellingham pick out a cross? He's got... Oh, it's outside the area. We're going to check with VAR, but I am 100%... Oh, I'm not 99% sure that was outside the area. Maddison's not having a great game. I mean, we haven't played particularly well, have we? Who's going to take the free kick with Ward-Prowse off the field? We don't know, is the short answer to that. Let's try another demand more. Edwards is looking nervous, despite having just done some wonderful play. Yeah, it's Rice, it's Shaw, it's Tomori that are leading the way for us, and Henderson. But the clock is ticking down, and is it going to be an error on their part that is the difference here? It looks like it. Oh, it's not done yet. Sancho. Ball in. Harry Maguire. That'll put the icing on the cake. A 6th goal this season for Harry Maguire. He has been nothing short of superb this season. Leading by example as our captain. And that will do it. 2-0 away from home. Job done. Top of the group. We'll be showing Southampton in the league for the second game. And of course, the good thing too is that it will mean anybody that's a booking away from a suspension in that final game against Rangers, we won't have to worry about playing them. And yeah, so that's a nice result, albeit maybe not a classic performance. So there we go. We had the early kickoff, job done, and that's very nice, as it just takes the pressure off that final game, doesn't it? Tomori gets one over his former club. We've qualified for the first knockout round. We will be seeded in that draw for whatever that's worth. Well, it can be a bit of a lottery, can't it? So, well done to Tomori, man of the match on his return to his former club. And guys, we'll be back for Southampton in the league. Now, Southampton, we didn't actually show this at the top, did we? They're sitting down there in mid-table. We are still, albeit with a game in hand, but we're second. If we win that game in hand, we'll go top. So let's come back for Southampton and see if we can win. Okay, welcome back. Now, we have had a few games already, or most of the games already for this game week. And look at this. Now, Liverpool are clear. City are ahead of us now as well on goal difference, but they've all played more games. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams on 30 points. Spurs have point back with a game in hand, or a lot of them on 29 as well. And Arsenal with games in hand on 26. And even Leicester with a game in hand on some of those above them on 26. So it is the top 9. Potentially are within a couple of points of each other, which is insane. What a Premier League race this is shaping into. But we're playing Southampton, and it's a big opportunity for us to kick clear even of that cluster behind us. So it's a 4-4-2 that we're expecting from them. And this is a team we're sending out. I'm going to try, because the Winter World Cup it's only a couple of days. We've got this game, Rangers, and then Norwich, and then we've got the Winter World Cup break. So I'm trying to play our strongest team for as many of those games as possible. So it's Henderson in goal. It's Thomas, Tarkowski, Maguire even, and Williams. Rice, Ward-Prowse, and Bellingham will be the midfield. It's Rashford playing as a winger in this one with Sancho on the other side. Kane will continue up top. And, well, this is quite a strong side again. I mean, that front three could easily be the England front three, couldn't it? Now, of course, this is a return to his former club for Ward-Prowse as well, as we see the two team sheets there. What do you want to say? Keep it going. Let's try. Stick to the plan. We'll be fine. We'll pump our fists. We'll get out there and hopefully score some goals. All right, so here we are back home at Old Trafford. I think what we're going to do in the game against Rangers is I'll give, say, Green a game in goal. We might, some of the more promising youth players, I might put them on. I don't know if I'll start them. I don't want to completely throw the game, but the likes of, who came through our youth intake? Oatway, Turpey, so the players that are promising, that have the description as promising, I might try and give them a little bit of game time, even if it is just off the bench. Start and get their development going. So that's the plan for that one, and then we can play a strong team against Norwich in the league, and all will be good in the world there. Maguire, ball forward for Rashford. Rashford, he has to get a cross in now, doesn't he? He's taken it wide. It's a goal. It's a terrible mistake from the goalkeeper, and Harry Kane can't miss. An 8th of the season for Harry Kane. Rashford gets most of the credit for that, and I think a big assist to McCarthy in goal, who I almost signed actually as a backup. He was, during the first season, he was transfer listed for 2 million, but the issue we had is that we didn't actually have 2 million to spend, and I can't remember actually why I didn't sign him, because he's obviously decent. Why didn't I can't, anyway, it might have been wages. I can't remember now why I didn't sign him, but having seen that, I think we might have dodged a bullet there. And I'm very happy with Henderson and Green. Henderson is actually turning into a very well-rounded goalkeeper. He doesn't have, Harry Kane, how's he missed? McCarthy, I think, has made up for his mistake there. I think the thing with Henderson is that he doesn't have, again, it's just wide. Harry Maguire again. I think the thing with Henderson, he doesn't have sort of any outstanding attributes, but look at that. I mean, there's very few that are below 13. He's just a very solid, and there's one back. Just a very solid goalkeeper. And that's a real shame considering the strength of the team we've put out there to concede such a soft goal. No one attacked it, did they? Maguire, Tarkowski, Kane, they're all standing there, and no one actually went and won the ball. And what we don't want is to go from in front to behind, and we're in some little bit of trouble here. Is he offside? I'm hoping he's offside. I don't think he is. And that escalated quickly. Is it from the throw? No, it's not from the throw. Is Che... Oh, no, the two back here are playing him on, I think. And I think a berating might be in order. That's fired him up. Rashford's picked up a knock. It's going to be one of these games, isn't it? So we'll bring Greenwood on. I was very close to starting Greenwood anyway. Why did I praise them? That was silly. They've had 2 shots on target. Always infuriating. And instead of kicking... Why can't I say that today? Instead of kicking clear of the cluster behind us, it looks like we're going to be sucked right into it. Unless things very much improve in the second half. All right, what can we do differently? If we go and have a look at the tactics here. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, they're playing gegenpress, so I do want to exploit the flanks and ideally play at a high tempo to try and sort of play around the press. We've got a goal kick here. Next goal's huge, isn't it? If they get it, well, then we are in some serious trouble. But if we can get back to 2-2, I'd fancy us to then go on and claim all 3 points. It's not won by Greenwood. And here comes Southampton again. I wonder if it might benefit us moving the DM forward. So we move Rice into sort of traditional midfield and move Bellingham into a number 10. And if we're going to do that, I wonder if we bring... Rice has won it back. Nicely done, Declan. Come on. There's a nice ball forward for Jadon Sancho. He's got Greenwood with him in the area. He gets the crossing. Greenwood can't keep his header down. But promising signs early on. Another highlight. Tarkowski forward for Thomas. Rice to Ward-Prowse. Bellingham to Kane. There's another good ball there for Jadon Sancho. We're looking a little bit better now, aren't we? There's a cracking ball. Is he? Oh, Greenwood's onside. I don't think he is. It's a wonderful finish. But I'm fairly confident he's offside. Oh, it's not. He's been given. Well, what a goal that is. I still think he's offside. But we'll take it. Absolutely, we'll take it. Here we go. This is the one. Oh, he's... Well, it's timed perfectly, isn't it? He looked offside to me. But with only an hour played, Sancho again, we're ripping them to pieces with Jadon Sancho. Can he get Greenwood in for a double here? Declan Rice, there it is for Greenwood. Greenwood does have a double. Now, what's the issue with this? Now, is this one going to be offside? Because I thought he was on. I don't think it... yeah, it's been given, I think, again. He didn't look offside this time. I would have been surprised. Yeah, I don't... It's not even close. Was it Sancho they were looking at, maybe? No, it's not... I mean, he was going backwards, but yeah. I mean, it's actually excellent movement from Greenwood, isn't it? And, well, we started the second half much, much better. 2 goals in as many minutes there, and can we now go on with this? Kane is looking tired. Now, it is his 3rd game in about a week. Sancho's in again here, and Sancho deserves a goal. But unfortunately, McCarthy is equal to that. And it's not forthcoming. Ward-Prowse now with the corner. Can we find big Harry Maguire again? Oh, Harry Maguire is absolutely smashing it this season. 7 goals before Christmas. He's on track for, what, 15 goals this season? He's almost scoring... How many games would he have played? I think before this episode started, we'd played 20 games. So we've played 20... This is the 22nd game. If he's played roughly half of them, that's 11. So he's got 7 in 11. That is ridiculous numbers for a centre-back. It's ridiculous numbers for a striker, almost. Sancho. He has been superb, hasn't he? Jadon Sancho this game. Rice, here it is again for Sancho. This second half performance. Oh, and Sancho's blotted his copybook there. That was his big chance, and, well, he muffed it. Clock's running down. Second half has been so much better. They just needed a little bit of a telling off at half-time. Maybe some complacency sneaking in. But it's 4-2 in the end. There was goals galore. But look at that XG. We never look back. Once they got that second goal, they just angered the beast, didn't they? And it was all Manchester United from there. And Jadon Sancho, if he's not man of the match, Ward-Prowse is going to be man of the match, is he? Greenwood, yeah. Well, Greenwood did get a double. I would say that is... that's Jadon Sancho's reward, that one. Though maybe it was Ward-Prowse who was playing those balls for Sancho to go through. And Sancho just kind of looked good. But Ward-Prowse gets one over his former club. Rashford will be out till after the World Cup, though that hopefully won't actually keep him out of the World Cup. I'm assuming England's qualified. I haven't seen any call-ups yet. So 2 assists for Ward-Prowse. That would be a corner and maybe one other. 9 unbeaten that is, though, and in the end we had to work for it, but we do kick clear of the 30-point club, and we are still in a position, if we win our game in hand, we will go top of the league. But guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, of course, and we'll be back. We'll come back after the Winter World Cup. What we might do, we've got 2 tricky away games here. Spurs, who, as we know, are just off the 30 club, and Leicester City, both away from home, which could be quite tricky. Unless we get a very tasty draw in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, we'll come back for those 2. If not, then we might come back for, say, Spurs and the FA Cup. And we'll also, of course, review the Winter World Cup. And as a little bit of a preview of that, if we have a look at the groups there, let's see where we know we only have interest really in the England squad, and they have got a group they would like to think they'll get out of Group E there with Egypt, Mexico, and the South Koreans. So that would be as a favourable group. So you'd expect them to be getting out of that. And my boys, Australia, Argentina, Holland, and Morocco. That could have gone better, that draw, couldn't it? But guys, so that's it for today. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for the post-Winter World Cup games against, well, somebody, Leicester and either Spurs or an FA Cup game. Take care.